Number 7. Muddy Stranger. Ever had that gut feeling something's off before you even step out of the car? Yeah, that's exactly what happened to this guy the second he parked his van near an old abandoned church to film another episode of his UK van life series on YouTube, where he shows the ins and outs of living in a van. But this time it felt different. And being the brave soul he is, or maybe just stubborn, he stepped out anyway. His destination? A cemetery is hidden just beyond the trees. And, as we all know, nothing good ever happens in the woods after dark, right? With a flashlight cutting through the dark like a knife, he begins walking toward the cemetery. Every step he takes sounds louder than it should, almost like the ground itself is trying to warn him to turn back. The deeper he goes, the weirder things feel. It gets heavier, more suffocating, until suddenly, silence. Not the peaceful kind, but that bone-chilling quiet that makes you realize you're not alone, even though no one else is supposed to be there. But here's where things get downright chilling, because little did he know, his camera was about to capture something truly terrifying. Take a look.
Deeper into the woods, because I don't think if I was a ghost and I come out of the cemetery, why would you knock about just on the outskirts? Do you know what I mean? You sleep there all day, you're going to want to go into the woods. What the hell was that? Whittard's White Hot Chocolate, the luxury version. I didn't really think this through. I should have got a saucepan with a lid. Right, can we use this cooker whilst it's still in the box? That is the question.
Laugh, laugh. You'll be crying later when you check out what your camera just captured. Did you catch that? Don't worry, it's hard to spot. But thank goodness for image enhancement. Watch closely. Almost like it's watching him, waiting for him to notice. But if this peeping Tom, or whatever it might be, was only watching, things would have been different. Trouble is, it wasn't. Instead of turning back, he inches closer, heart racing, trying to figure out what he's dealing with. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, it does. As he turns back towards the van, he notices something far more terrifying. A figure standing completely still about 20 feet away. It's covered in mud head to toe, but it's not moving. Just standing there, watching. No sound, no movement. Watch closely.
He's fine. It's frogs and pigeons. Pigeons! I love pigeons. The light on the top of my camera, I think it's going to die quite soon, so I'm only going to have my torch left. Right, I'm starting to get a little bit lost, I'm not going to lie. But I think I'm going to head back towards the way that I came, because I swear I keep seeing someone. Hold on. There's no one there. I swear there was. I think I'm gonna go this way, to be honest with you. What the hell? That is a person. I'm not even joking. What the f? I can't see anything.
That's when he bolts, heart pounding, adrenaline kicking in, sprinting back to the van without a second look. And honestly, would you stay to find out what that muddy person or thing wanted? Because whatever it wasn't there for a friendly chat, that's for sure.
That is a person. I'm not even joking. What the f? I can't see anything. Oh, what was that?
Number 6. Graveyard streetlights. This man decided to take his ghost hunt to a whole new level by heading to a graveyard at stupid o'clock. His plan? To communicate with whatever might be lurking in the shadows, asking the spirits to respond by turning the lights on or off. As he's walking by a towering tree, the air feels heavier, and that's when he hears it. A clear sound, almost like a voice, maybe a laugh, or even a breath.
This house, I really love it. It's beautiful, but at the same time, this is the highest creep factor.
Whatever it was, it didn't sound human, and it wasn't far, even though he didn't notice it. But this is where things take a chilling turn. Watch closely.
That really helps a lot. I caught that. You see it? Tack så jättemycket. Tack så jättemycket. Do you see it, guys? Always this lamp before the last time. Tack så jättemycket. Om det är en ande som gör detta, hade du kunnat släcka den på 3? Det hade varit så jäkla snällt. 1, 2, 3. Tack så jättemycket.
Things get even stranger when the public lights begin to turn on and off by themselves. First once, then twice in quick succession.
Tack så jättemycket.
But as he calls out to the spirits, counting down from 3, just as he says 3, the lights shut off again.
3.
And bear in mind, these are public lights. No light switch, no movement sensors, no nothing. He then asks them to turn the lights back on, and they do. But this time they start flickering rapidly, almost like the spirits are playing with him.
Hade du kunnat tända lampan igen? You see this, guys? Tack så jättemycket. I will.
He reassures the spirits, letting them know he means no harm, but they didn't seem to listen, because what happened next is the stuff of nightmares. Take a look.
You know, I got that knock before. I want to see if I can get that knocking one more time, because that would be awesome. Because that would be awesome. You know, time, because that would be awesome. You know that.
As he moves closer to the flickering lights, his camera catches something lurking behind the walls. A pitch black, shadowy figure, standing completely still, watching him. The moment he gets closer, the shadow figure hides itself, like it's waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
I think it was here. Yeah, and there was just, you know, something white that just floated by, and it was so strange. And I saw it with my own eyes. It was like a white flowing, you know, floating mist that just slowly just zoom like that, you know. that, you know. That, you know. Hallå? Är det någon här? Är det någon här? Jag är bara här för att göra en video och jag vill absolut inga problem alls.
Suddenly, a loud crash echoes nearby, and he's had enough at this point, thinking someone or something is about to attack him. No doubt this graveyard visit was one he'll never forget. Would you stick around to see what happens next? Yeah, I didn't think so. Number 5. The attic chair. Moving into a new house in the middle of nowhere sounds peaceful, right? Well, not for this woman. What started as a quiet escape to a remote village in northern Italy quickly turned into something straight out of a nightmare. She had barely settled into her wooden house when things started to feel off. It all kicked off late one night. She hears this faint tapping noise, almost like someone's trying to get her attention. At first, it seems harmless, just a soft sound coming from the attic. But when it doesn't stop, she decides to grab her phone and check it out, heading up to the attic alone at night. You already know this is where things get creepy. As she sweeps her camera around, the tension is thick, and then something happens that she definitely wasn't ready for. You might want to see this for yourself. It's not something you'd believe without watching. Did you notice it? That chair, sitting quietly, suddenly slides across the floor like it was pushed by some unseen force. Wind wouldn't do that, and there was no one else in the room. So, how do you explain this one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Number 4. Poltergeist Playground. This guy and his team showed up to investigate some chilling paranormal activity after someone decided to take their last breath inside this already well-known haunted place. The locals, absolutely terrified, reporting eerie sounds like bangs and screams echoing from within. The kind of stuff that makes you hesitate before stepping foot through the door. But here's where it all started getting really unsettling. You'll want to see it for yourself.
दूध पड़ा होता है वो गिर जाता है नीचे कभी कहते हैं दूध पड़ा होता है दिन को उठते दूध होता ही नहीं है जैसे कोई जानवर पी गया हो ठीक है वायर हिल रही है अभी भी वायर मूव हो रही है ये
As they take a short break to chat, the fan behind one of them moves all of a sudden. seemingly on its own.
जानवर पी गया हो ठीक है
They even show us the area around it to try and find a reason, but there's no one around. And of course, we can't put this down to faulty mechanisms as the fan isn't even plugged in. Strange? Definitely. But consider that the appetizer, because there's more. A lot more.
अस्तगफिरुल्लाह ये क्या अल्लाह अकबर रिकॉर्ड हुई है
How can you explain the fact they always get pretty close to the objects with no jump cuts or strings whatsoever? Pretty interesting footage. Plus, the fact that they don't go screaming and shouting like some popular YouTube ghost hunters seems to add credibility to their footage. No sensationalism or entertainment, just pure paranormal investigation. Pretty impressive if you ask us.
उसकी हमें चाबी नहीं दी और उसकी क्यों नहीं दी उसकी हमें उन्होंने कोई वजह ही नहीं बताई बार यही जो है वो मूव हो रहा है अच्छा काफी जो है ना वो कौन सा ओए अस्तगफिरुल्लाह
यार इसकी कोई आवाज भी नहीं आती एकदम से
वो ना
अजीब सी आवाज सुनाई
ये नो ठीक है आपके कदमों की आवाज थी शायद सामने ही पड़ी थी जैसे किसी चीज ने पंख मारे ये क्या दूध है इसके अंदर लगा हुआ वो नीचे भी दूध पड़े अल्लाह ये क्या अल्लाह अकबर कुल्हाड़ी गिरी है
Who's throwing tires around when we have both camera angles, a 360 pan around, and no one to be seen? Fascinating. As they prepare to call it a night, they open the door to what seems like a kitchen.
कोई शोल्डर पे कुछ चीज है?
चीज लगी है यहाँ पे।
Their reactions seemed pretty genuine, and the footage they captured, well, very intriguing to say the least. But what do you think? Is that house really haunted? And would you stick around to find out? Let us know. Number 3. Basement of Nightmares. Let's talk about Philip Shapiro and the unsettling events that he's been recording inside his home. It all kicked off with a strange feeling about his basement. You know, that eerie sense something's lurking where it shouldn't be. So after hearing bangs coming from downstairs, Philip grabs his camera and heads towards the other room in the pitch darkness to check it out. As he's on his way, something unexpected happens.
Is that? Ah! What the fuck is that noise? Mary? Mary?
And it doesn't stop there. One night, after hearing bizarre noises coming from the woods behind his house, Philip ventures outside to investigate. This is his backyard. He's lived here for years and never seen anything strange. But this time, something's different. He goes deeper into the woods and stumbles upon something that he never noticed before, a concrete vault. But the weirdness doesn't end there. Another night, Philip hears a tapping noise from inside his house. Determined to get to the bottom of it, he follows the sound, which leads him to a door rattling as if something's trapped behind it. Bracing himself, he swings the door open, expecting to confront whatever's causing the disturbance. What happens next will send chills down your spine. See it for yourself.
Go!
He rushes over and finds a saucepan lying in the sink. But this wasn't just a case of something falling by accident. How do you explain what we've just witnessed? Whatever's in Philip's house isn't just playing tricks. It's moving objects, shaking furniture, and keeping him on edge. With each new incident, the question remains: would you stick around if this was happening to you? Let us know. Number 2. The Creeper. You know that unsettling silence when the road ahead seems too quiet? That's exactly what this guy felt as he was driving down a lonely road one night. At first, it was just him and the open road. until he spots something in the distance. It looks like a person, but as he gets closer, something's off. Really off.
Buddy! How you doing? Oh, just some cruisers, man. That's crazy shit. He's crawling at me like it's goddamn. What's up, dude?
This dude isn't just standing or even walking, he's crawling. And not in any way a person should. His limbs are twisted, bent in unnatural ways like it's got one clear goal: attack the person filming. And then, as he gets closer, we can hear it.
Just some cruisers, man.
A deep, guttural growl. It's like something pulled straight from your worst nightmare. He's got no choice but to act fast. You don't want to wait around to see what someone like that wants. Without hesitating, he slams on the gas, speeding away from whatever is coming for him. Number 1. Shadow in the corner. Imagine this. You're in the hospital, ready to go home after your late night shift, when you hear a scream out of nowhere. What's your first instinct? To pull out the camera and start recording for evidence, of course. Just in case. But after a while, nothing happens, so you get out of there and go home. During a chat with your partner already in bed, that moment comes to your mind and you decide to show him the footage. Only for him to point something out. Something you didn't notice, but is now sending a chill right down to your socks.
Loco, que vi a alguien pasar. ¡Ey! Váyanse de aquí, ahorita voy a prender un incienso. Se les acabó el chistecito.
What the hell is that? It's not moving, but it's there, staring toward the person filming, waiting for the right moment to do whatever creepy-ass shadow dudes do. Would you go back to work the next day? No chance.